Today, we're going to be ranking every single SypherPK Creative map. He's made a bunch of maps over the years, and today it's our quest to find the best one, so stay tuned. Let's get into the video. Okay, so for this first map, we're going to be playing One of Us. I've heard quite some good things about this map online, but I am curious to see if they're true. SypherPK made a whole video about it, and I saw it and I thought like I should play this, and then I just never got to it, so this should be quite some fun. So this actually took quite some time to load in. I had already tried sometimes before, but then I got kicked out, but then I finally found a game. Now, once I loaded in, I thought I was gonna have to wait and spectate for a long time, but it turns out they just immediately send you to a game. So I got put on Team Midas, and immediately when I loaded in, there was already a guy on me. So after a long build fight, I finally took him out, but shortly after that, I found another opponent, but this time, I wasn't so lucky. I just fumbled the biggest.
Team Man Cake.
So after that, I was put on Team Mancake, and then we quickly advanced to the next round. Now here's where things got tough, because it was my team, Team Mancake, against Team Jonesy, and at first I was doing pretty well until this happened. The map was pretty fun, honestly. I'm having fun. No, you gotta be kidding me. So that was pretty bad, but it didn't really matter because our team ended up winning anyways. So let's go rank the map. All in all, I will say that One of Us was pretty fun. Like, I thought it had a lot longer waiting time, but I guess not. Like, we got in a match immediately, but the match did end pretty quick. So I don't know, like, it could have been better, but honestly, this was probably an A tier map. I am curious to hear what you guys think in the comments, so let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'm gonna be moving on to the next map. So for this next map, we're going to be playing Coin Clash. I have actually played this before, and I thought it was pretty fun. The last time I played it was like a year ago, so I actually don't know how it's doing now. I've seen some videos on Sypher's channel where he calls it like abandoned, so that's not looking too good, but at least when I played it, it was pretty fun. So I don't know what it's up to now, but hopefully we can actually find a server with people in it and try it out. Okay, so we finally loaded in, and as you can see, I have actually played it before. I don't remember too much, but I think I do remember like you have pets, and yeah, you can see I have a bunch of gold already, but I think you were supposed to like bet, like you could play like zero build, box fights, zone wars, or pickaxe, and you could like put down gold, but there aren't really too many people, so I don't know exactly how we're going to be able to rank this.
2 hours later.
Wait, there's a guy I just loaded in. Yeah, we should play something. You want to do like zone wars? So after getting absolutely destroyed in Zone Wars, we headed over to play some zero build. So I put down my 1,000 gold, and so did he, and then we started playing. Yeah, get destroyed, little bro. So as you can see, because I won, I got both my gold and the gold he put down. Anyways, let's go review the map. Okay, so Coin Clash was actually pretty fun. I love like the whole betting system and everything. It just sucked that there's like no players on there, and that kind of ruins the map. I can't give this anything higher than a B. Maybe if they pushed out more updates, this could probably be a really good map with a bunch of players. Anyways, let's move on to the next map. Okay, this next map is called First Person Tilted Free-for-All, and I thought this was going to be a pretty fun map. I have played it before, and it was pretty fun. I was going to go play it now for you guys, but I can't because there's 0 players on there. So we're just going to rank it from what I remember of it, but it is a pretty good map. It just sucks that there's no players. Okay, so First Person Tilted is a good map, but it's not as good as, say, One of Us or Coin Clash, and it also has no players right now, so it's like impossible to play, which is why I'm gonna have to give this a C tier. This next map, Reboot II, had the same problem as the previous map. There was no players. However, I have played it before, so therefore I'm just gonna be ranking it based on what I remember. Reboot 2 is actually a really good map. It's basically Reboot, but Chapter 2. It's really well made, however, it lags pretty bad, so therefore I'm gonna be giving it a B. Okay, so this next map is a bit different than the others because it's actually a fashion show map. It's called Fortnite Fashion. Okay, we finally loaded in. Change into your favorite fit that matches the theme. Theme scary, okay. We're just throwing right into it. Okay, what do we got that is scary, and we only got 40 seconds, so we gotta kind of be fast about this. Do we got any Halloween skins? Oh, I have the perfect idea. Okay, we got like a lot less time than the others, but 2
to be honest, some of these are not looking too good, you know? Okay, finally. Finally, it's our turn. What'd I get rated? A 6. Only a 6? What? How did I only get a 6?
So I didn't end up winning anything this first round, and going into the second round, there was a lot of waiting time. And I mean a lot. So I'm gonna spare you all that, and we'll just go rank the map.
Okay, so Fortnite Fashion had some issues, because I like the fashion show maps and all that stuff, but this one had like a lot of waiting time, like a lot of waiting time, and there was a lot of people, I guess, but also the fact that when I like sign in so late, I get such little time to actually like get ready. But it also has some good parts too, I guess. Like, it was pretty well made, they had cutscenes and all that stuff, but honestly, it just like had too much waiting time. It gets a D, I'm sorry. Anyways, that leaves us with 2 maps left. We got Meme Royale and then Rocket Wars. So I'm just gonna queue into Meme Royale and see what the map's about, because I've actually never played this map.
So I quickly loaded in, however, the map was really laggy, so I basically just had to land at the place closest to me. And at first, the game was going really well. I looted up and even ended up getting some kills until I got sniped. I thought this game was over, however, it turns out you actually reboot on this map, so it didn't take long before I was back in the action getting some kills.
Let's go.
I also discovered this insane little Easter egg featuring Nick A30.
Okay, so I did see online
So we got 1, 2,
that you can grief
3,
Nick A30.
4, 5. Okay, we need 5. 1, 2,
I don't know if I should try it though.
3, 4. Okay, so what's gonna happen, guys, is
You know what, I'm gonna do it.
before I mods ban that guy.
Oh crap. Okay. They were not playing around.
However, this ended up being my downfall as I ended up using my last reboot. Knowing this, I now had to play very carefully. However, that didn't matter because this happened.
Okay. Wait, are they teaming? They're teaming, bro.
Yeah, it turns out 2 players were teaming, but we had a good game, so let's go rank the map.
So Meme Royale was honestly one of the better maps we've seen today. The only criticism I have is that it made my PC lag extremely much because it's such a big map. So I think it's fair to give it A. And that leaves us with one final map, Rocket Wars. I've played this a bunch before and it keeps getting a bunch of updates. So this is a really good map. I'm just going to play it a bit and show you guys.
So we quickly loaded in and I was immediately put into the action.
What am I doing?
Anyways, ignoring that, this isn't actually what the map is about, because it's actually a Zone Wars map where your team faced off against 3 other teams to see who can be the last one standing. So going into the next game, we got Green Team. Now, we started by building a ramp to get a clear shot of the other players, and then I decided I would grapple into the other base to get more kills, which at first worked, but then I ended up dying, which means I got taken back to the place where I started. However, this time, if you get 3 kills, you can actually reboot. But it didn't end up mattering because reboots quickly got disabled and we headed into our next game. So this next game was pretty much the same story. We were on Team Yellow, so we looted up and then built a ramp to snipe people from a distance. Now, that worked fine until the storm closed in and we had to rotate. However, since we rotated early, we now had an advantage against other players who were late. So I got some kills, but then I got eliminated. Anyways, let's go rank the map.
So Rocket Wars was no doubt the best map we played today. The whole map worked very smoothly. There was little waiting time because like you just immediately went to the gulag. There was a lot of players on it too. They get new updates. They do giveaways all the time. Like there's PlayStation giveaways, there's like Christmas edition giveaways and everything, which is why I'm giving this map S tier.
And that concludes the ranking for today. However, as you may have noticed, we actually left out one really important map because when we were recording, Go Garden had not yet released. So hit the like button if you want a part 2 where we include all the new maps and updates, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm also curious to see if you agree with my ranking or if you would have changed something. So let me know in the comments and I'll see you all in the next one.